My personal hero's journey. Part 1. The call to adventure. The ordinary world. I am an ordinary high school student, studying ordinary courses in an ordinary school. But I'm not so ordinary because I'm rather particular at heart and often do things that are difficult for others to understand. For example, when other students were in class, I went to turn off the lights in the classroom halfway through the class and box with my friends during the class. This caused the teachers and classmates to have a hard time with me. The call to adventure. On a Monday afternoon, I was in the hallway with nothing to do. Suddenly, I saw a red button on the wall, and when I looked at it, it was a fire button. A desire rose in me. I hadn't touched a fire button since I was a kid, and I was curious about what it would look like when I press it. So, I pressed the fire alarm. The alarm was so loud that it startled all the teachers in the office, who rushed out, reprimanded me, and took me to the principal's office. I was also punished with a week's suspension from school to go home and reflect. The refusal of the call. Since I returned to school after suspension, many teachers told me to change, that I was too childish and to become a mature person. My heart was actually scared, and I didn't have confidence in becoming a mature person because it was a very difficult thing to change. Part 2. Invitation. Mental helper. At this time, Mr. Deck, who had known me for a long time, called me over and told me that I could not continue such behavior and that I should correct it slowly. He told me about the dangers of immaturity and told me I should help correct it. Crossing the threshold. With Mr. Dick's encouragement, I tried to make some changes to myself. For example, I took the initiative to go out when I was laughing in class and not to touch something. I tried to pay attention in class, and gradually my basic childish behavior got under control. Tests, allies, and enemies. For me to become mature, not only do I have to change some of the bad behaviors that arise from my inability to control myself, but I also have to increase some of my leadership skills. There was a school event, and I was recommended to organize a refill. In this raffle, I performed very well, showing my outstanding performance ability, and finally won the unanimous praise of teachers and students. Part 3. Transformation. Approach. One day, my teacher asked me to participate in the task of planning a graduation dinner, which was a very significant event for all of us, and for the school as well. I was responsible for the part of communicating with the hotel about the price and additional matters, which tested my social skills, leadership skills, and teamwork skills. It was also a big test for me. Ordeal. I showed strong leadership and organizational skills in this event, negotiating with price, signing the contract, scheduling, and other follow-up process went smoothly, and I worked very well with my partners. This exercised my organizational and communication skills as well as my cooperation skills. Treasure. Through this incident, it was a good exercise for my personal skills and a big step towards real maturity. Maturity not only brings personal growth, but also lay a solid foundation for my interpersonal relationships and future development. Part 4. The Road Back. Road back. I returned to my ordinary life at school, but I have changed a lot. For example, I no longer do childish behaviors, and I have become more mature. At the same time, I took on more activities for the new banquet organization. More people started to trust me. Atonement. After correcting my immature behavior, I realized my once childish behavior had not only gotten me into a lot of trouble, but had also caused a lot of trouble for others. I will not engage in such behavior in the future either. Reward. I have managed to become mature, and more people say I have changed. At the same time, because of my excellent organizational skills, more and more people entrusted me to find hotels to talk about banquets, and I got further opportunities to exercise.